Hey everyone, and welcome! Today, we're going to dive into some really essential English skills, the kind that help you in everyday chats and when you're facing down an exam. We're going to cover everything from tricky family words to sounding more polite and natural, and then we'll cap it all off with some killer strategies for the Ielts reading test.
Okay, let's just jump right in with a question that trips up so many English learners. I mean, stepsister, sister-in-law, they sound so similar, right? But they mean totally different things. And getting this right isn't just about passing a test, it's about being able to talk about your own life and your family correctly. So let's clear this up once and for all.
All right, let's kick things off with Level 1, mapping your family tree. Honestly, knowing these terms is the bedrock. It's how you introduce your family, how you understand who's who when other people are talking, and really how you connect with people on a more personal level. First up, we've got a super useful word, sibling. So instead of going, I have one brother and two sisters, you can just say, I have three siblings. It's a fantastic little shortcut, it's gender neutral, and it just makes you sound that much more fluent. Okay, so let's get back to that first puzzle. This slide lays it out perfectly. Here's the absolute key. It all comes down to whose marriage created the relationship. In-laws are the family you get because of your marriage. Step-relatives are the family you get because of your parents' new marriage. Let's look at a couple of examples.
So for instance, if you say, my father-in-law lives in London, you're talking about the father of your spouse, so your wife's dad or your husband's dad. The connection comes directly from your marriage. Simple as that.
But if you say, my stepfather lives in London, now you're talking about your parents' marriage. This is the man who married your mom, but he isn't your biological father. See the difference? It all just depends on whose wedding it was.
Okay, let's level up. We've got the basic words down, so now let's work on the subtle stuff, the things that make you sound more natural and polite. This, my friends, is where the magic happens, where you go from just knowing English to really speaking it.
So, imagine this situation. Someone asks you, hey, do you want to get coffee or tea? You're happy with either one. What do you say? You want to sound easygoing, not demanding. This happens all the time.
Well, the perfect phrase is, I don't mind. It's so useful. It's polite, it's friendly, and it clearly says, hey, either option works for me. It just means you don't have a strong preference. And you'll find yourself using this one all the time.
Now listen up, because this is a super common trap for learners. People often think I don't mind and I don't care are the same, but they are not. I don't mind is polite. I don't care, on the other hand, can sound really rude, like you're completely uninterested. So the big takeaway? When in doubt, just use I don't mind. It's always the safe, polite choice.
Right, moving on to Level 3. Now we're going to boost your vocabulary with 5 power words that will let you have much deeper, more interesting conversations about life, relationships, and all that good stuff.
First up is influence. You can use it as a noun or a verb, and it's basically about having an effect on someone. For example, my grandmother was a huge influence on me. It's a brilliant word to describe the people who have shaped who you are.
Next up, appreciate. And look, this is way more than just saying thanks. When you appreciate something, you're saying you truly understand its value. Like, I really appreciate everything my parents did for me. It shows real, deep gratitude. Then we've got selfish, which means you only think about yourself. Now, it sounds negative, right? But you can actually use it to talk about how you've grown as a person. For example, I think I was more selfish when I was younger. It's a great word for talking about personal development. Okay, the verb handle. This is all about dealing with something difficult and succeeding. It shows you're capable. You could say, my boss is great at handling stressful situations. It really implies skill and strength. And our last word for this level is gain. It's pretty simple. It means to get something good, something positive, usually through some kind of effort. You can gain experience, gain knowledge, gain confidence. It's all about positive growth. All right, time for the final boss. Level 4, conquering the exam. Let's take all this precision with language that we've been building and apply it to a really high-stakes situation, like an Ielts test. So in the reading test, your #1 mission is speed. You have to find the answers and fast. The way you do that is by identifying key words. Don't worry about words like a or the. You're looking for the important stuff, the names, the places, the numbers. They're like little signposts that point you exactly where you need to go in the text.
Okay, this is probably one of the trickiest things in the entire Ielts exam. For these questions, you have to forget your own opinions. The only thing that matters is the text. True means the information is there and it matches. False means the text says the exact opposite. And not given means, well, it's just not there. The biggest mistake people make is confusing false and not given. Don't fall into that trap.
And when it comes to short answer questions, let me be super clear. Precision is everything. A tiny spelling mistake, like writing exiting instead of exciting, and boom, you lose the point. It's that harsh, so you absolutely have to double-check your spelling.
And there you have it. We've covered tools for talking about family, being polite, having deeper conversations, and totally crushing your exam. You can see how it all connects, from a simple chat all the way to a formal test. So now you've got the tools. The only question is, which one are you going to practice first to unlock that next level in your English journey?